Okay, so here's going to be a few progressions just for a split squat. So we'll start with body weight actually, so I'll have Adam drop those dumbbells. We'll just start with body weight split squats. And he's starting in the starting position, that back toe is curled under, 90 degrees. He's leaning forward a little bit, so get nice and tall, straight up and down. So stand nice and vertical through there. 90-degree bend at the bottom in the knees, both knees, and in both hips. And just split squat. So chest is up tall, back's flat, forehead's reaching for the ceiling, trying to stay as tall as you can. So that's a body weight version right there. You can take that and you can add some load onto it. Easiest way is a kind of a suitcase carry with some dumbbells or kettlebells. So same thing. Key here is to make sure that core stays tight, you don't lean forward. You can see he's got a tendency to want to lean forward just a little bit, stay up nice and tall. Act like he's 6'2". And then this can be more and more challenging the closer you bring your feet together. So the more narrow that base becomes, the more you're going to work on the balance. So that's one way to progress it. You can do that same thing. Right now he's got 2 dumbbells, but you can do the same thing and you can just load it unilaterally. So this one side's going to be getting tired on him. But just unilateral loading, and that's going to work the core a little differently. And really want to make sure that he's pushing through that front heel right through there. We don't want his weight to be out on this toe. He's pushing through that front heel right there. Most of the weight should be being pressed with this front leg, not as much with this back leg. But he's getting a nice stretch on that back hip flexor and getting good working on that front quad. So then you can take this and you can go to a rear foot elevated split squat, and we'll just do this without weight. But you can progress this with different loading. Go ahead and come sideways over here. Face that direction, yeah. So throwing that rear foot up onto a bench, elevating it, you get a much bigger range of motion. Kind of isolate more weight on that front foot. So really not trying to push off of that back foot too much. Bring your front foot backwards just a little bit. You can see he's kind of stretched out. We'll bring him back towards that bench just a touch. That'll help keep his torso straight up and down. You can see how that improved. So most of that weight's going through that front heel. He's staying off of those toes. He should be able to wiggle his toes the whole time he's doing this. And that's kind of good feedback to know he's got his weight in the right position. So a good stretch through that hip flexor right through there. And while he's getting a good flexion on the other side. So that's a rear foot elevated split squat. Those are your split squat progressions. You can load this one, experiment around with it. Nice work.